channel. I'm here with my mom today and we are putting up tomatoes. We have a small harvest of our first round of mostly determinant paste tomatoes, and so we're going to make a solid tomato base that we can later turn into pizza sauce, salsa, or spaghetti sauce. What was the other thing we were thinking of making?
Ketchup.
Ketchup. So we're just going to go through with you the process of just making a base that you can then turn into whatever your favorite tomato product is.
So we're going to just make quick work of this as much as possible. I've been at this for about 50 years and I just like to get her done. So I'll show you the little bit of equipment that I'm going to use today. This is a real handy pot to have. It's called a Maslin pan, M-A-S-L-I-N. You can find that in our link. And it's got a very heavy bottom, stainless steel, and it has gradations for measurement and a little pouring spout. You can use it for your sauces. It's got a narrower bottom that fits nicely on any kind of stove, especially those glass topped ones, and it's wider at the top so that it can evaporate all the steam and make your sauces a little more condensed, and that's what you're looking for jams and jellies and tomato sauces of all kinds, even soup, chili, whatever. And I'm always trying to use my favorite chef knife, a Forstner with a rubberized handle. I like that. This is probably a 10-inch. And I've had this for 40 years. And I like to give it a good sharpen every time. And this is a diamond steel, S-T-E-E-L. And after we cut these tomatoes up in any kind of chunks, I'm just trying to get them small enough to fit in the pan, as many as possible. It doesn't matter, you just have to take this blossom end off, that's it. And then the rest you just cut up the way they are. And this is the quick part about it. Because next, then after it's cooked simmered for maybe 45 minutes-ish, they're nice and tender, the skins are going to pop off. So I will begin to put them in here, which is a food mill, and this is about 30, 40 years old. And you put it in here over a pot, and you squeeze the seeds and the skins off into your other saucepan. You could put it back in here and that would be fabulous. So you'll have a blank slate. You'll have tomato sauce that's clean of skin or seeds. The purpose of removing the skins and seeds, and you can do this with applesauce, by the way, as well. It's really great for that. Is to make a smooth sauce, which is your basis for ketchup or salsa or tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce. But for us also, we would like to avoid the lectins that come with the skins and the seeds of a nightshade, which can be a little iffy in some diets. So in that way, we can literally have our tomatoes and eat them too, because we've removed the skins and the seeds. And it just makes for a whole lot nicer sauce in general.
Some of my favorite tomato varieties this year is the Amish paste. It's super meaty and thick, and it's a determinant tomato, so all of the Amish pastes on the plant are ready at the same time, which is really helpful when you go to make sauce. Another really nice one this year is our striped Roma. Just really beautiful. It did really well without a lot of bug damage or fungus issues. We're gonna add a few of our mortgage lifters into this. We've been eating them as slicers. They have a really nice flavor with tender skin. We've enjoyed them a lot. One of the ones that I would like to show that I'm not sure if I'd grow again, we grew mushroom basket, and this one we picked blushing to see if we could avoid some of the issues that we've seen. It seems like the crevices in our area, maybe the fungus is sort of getting into there. It has blight in the crevices. I'm not sure if I do mushroom basket again, but it is a really cool one I'd like to try. We also wanted to grow some white Roma tomatoes. We tend to have some health issues with stomach problems, and tomatoes are often a challenge on our stomach acid. So the yellow tomatoes have less acid, so we wanted to give these a try. They did okay. I would probably try them again.
I'm pretty excited to see what the inside of this Amish paste tomato looks like. So I think it's my first one. See, they're just nice and meaty and fragrant. Like I said, you don't have to be fussy about this at all. And the size of my dice is only going to be determined by how much I can stuff in this pan, because I'd like to make the best use of space while this is cooking and get as much of this done at once. And I'm sure all of you are in time crunches for one reason or another. So here we go. Just cut it up and put it in the pan.
We have our tomatoes chopped up nicely and ready to go on the stove. We basically had enough to fill the pot, and so that is why we chose to start putting them up. And you could do a bigger batch if you wanted to, but this is one of the things that we're choosing to do, and kind of get them as they come out of the garden.
This is our sauce after simmering for roughly an hour. And I'm noticing that the pieces of tomato are still a little firm. I'm going to let it go, at least a half an hour, and you can just be the judge of your own product. I think a lot of our tomatoes were somewhat underripe on some parts, so they'll all cook eventually, but you can see the edge of the pot, they have reduced already. And that's the beauty of this pot, this Maslin pan, that allows it to reduce the sauce and to evaporate a lot of the liquid, because that you really would like a thicker sauce to start with to make various products out of.
So we've let our sauce simmer and reduce for a few hours, and all of the chunks are really, really soft. And now we're going to begin to mill them in our food mill. And is there a technique for this?
It comes out the bottom. You just swirl it around, and eventually the skins and the seeds will stay behind and all of the pulp will come, and I pour it out and just finish. And then you can take this sauce and further reduce it and add spices and take it in any direction that you want. Keep it plain tomato sauce if you want. And I'm scraping backwards to get all the pulp off, and then I continue going until they're just dry. They'll be dry, and then I can take them off and discard or compost for sure. Compost the skins and seeds, and then we continue, and that really won't take that long.
But it reduced, you can kind of see how far we started there, and it really reduced down as it simmered and got nice and thick. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put the pulp and the juice back into this nice pot with a thick bottom and make a pizza sauce.
We want to save every last bit of that precious tomato pulp here. See how thick it is? No seeds, no skins. It's much easier this way than standing there and peeling each tomato individually.
Yeah, for sure. Say it louder. It's like marinara. It looks like marinara, exactly.
Isn't that what it is, though?
Well, marinara has spices, but yeah, we'll
Basically.
add some spices.
Up with a big pot of what is going to be pizza sauce. Stay tuned for the canning process on that. And
this is the end of the food mill process. We've got this much skins and seeds. It's all pretty dry. We squeezed all the pulp out of this. And this is the alternative method of standing ahead of time and taking the seeds and the skins out of your tomatoes one by one while they're fresh. I think this is a whole lot easier.
definitely.
And it adds flavor when you're cooking skins and seeds. It will add more flavor to your sauce as well. But they're little pokey things, and sometimes they're hard to eat anyway.
Well, and for the most part, you can see how smooth. I can get a better shot of it, but it is a very smooth sauce, but still chunky and hearty. So that's really exciting. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully that helped you. See ya.
Bye.